Welcome back, my friends. Time for the next boss fight in Sterling Silver. It is a time for Chuckity Chuck. And my team is ready. That is my team. We have Raybay, we have Bloodsucker, we have Paddy, Shindiru, Sizus, and Armadillo. Let me check something. Yeah, okay. So, I will explain the entire fight, like always. And talking about the fight, I think, if I'm not wrong, we have actually a small fiction to lose one Pokemon here. That is, I think, possible. Outside of that, this should be entirely riskless. And if this happens, the only thing what will happen is that this Pokemon will die. That's it. But it is really unlikely, okay? So, we have Raybay, we have Bloodsucker with Expert Belt, we have Paddy with Flame Orb, we have one Flame Orb, keep that in mind. We used one Flame Orb in the Whitney fight already, so we still have one. Shindiru with the Heartstone, Sizus with Mystic Water, Armadillo with Oranberry. So what is really important to know for this fight is that my Raybay is basically dog shit special attack, right? And that's why we need the Expert Belt here. It is super fine for the line. Also, we are only one attack Crobat, okay? So that's the reason why we actually need the damage item here, otherwise we need too many pivots. And with that we are playing with crits anyways. So yeah, this Expert Belt is completely fine, because Crobat will do, again, a lot, like always in this fight. But it will not get too many damaging moves in his face. So it should be fine. Alright. So this is pretty classic. Staraptor Intimidate lead against Raybay. Raybay is pre-damaged, not only for the Staraptor, we are slightly more pre-damaged for later on. And we will Volt Switch here. Because of Min special attack, this is sadly enough not doing that much. And we might need the ruler already, and we might need one pivot. Not on Raybay, but on something else. Okay, this is looking like a okayish roll, I think a mid roll. This is always super power, so this cannot U-turn here because it sees a kill with highest roll. It's fine if this crits, then we don't need the pivot either way. I think this is enough, let's check that. 65% is minimum damage from wing attack. And this is below 65%. Yeah. Okay, so we don't need pivot. We don't need pivot, this will just straight up die now to wing attack. 65%, I'm just confirming that again, yeah. 65% is minimum damage, so we will kill this with wing attack now. Expert Belt wing attack. Pretty good hit. And really important about the line is, we'll take Muddy Water, by the way. I don't think it matters that much what you take here, just talking about Raybay. I think you can take it, you can also just like keep Aurora Beam, depends on your special attack, I guess. If you're like modest, maybe you want to keep Aurora Beam, because you can maybe kill some quadruple weak mons with Aurora Beam. Same with Muddy Water technically as well. So yeah, we'll just take it because it's just higher damage. And I think we will get Giga Drain now with Bloodsucker, and we will take that over Aerial Ace. We don't know we will click that or not, but Aerial Ace is a TM anyway, so yeah, we don't worry about that. And there's Armaldo. So we need Armaldo for this line pretty early out of the way. This is really important. So we will U-turn here. This is guaranteed Rock Climb here. And we will go to Armadillo. Armadillo is holding an item, it doesn't really matter here. It's just holding an Oranberry. I don't think we need an Oranberry, but yeah. It also doesn't matter here. Because this will always just superpower, even if this Rock Climb would crit. And even if we need a pivot to my Armadillo, because we missed the range on Staraptor, we would switch on Brave Bird on my Armadillo. And even if this double crits, it's safe. So this is always superpower. We will go to my Shindiru. What will take a decent amount of damage from the superpower, but never dies because we are battle armor. And this doesn't even kill on a crit anyways. So, this damage what we got basically is enough that we will always kill this now with Hearthstone boosted Rock Slide. So Amaldo is killing Amaldo here. Not the first time I'm doing this with this evolution line. So Anorith killed Anorith in the Buxy fight as well, if you remember. So yeah. Shindiru. We will always play Poliwrath now here, and we will get Leech Life. And we'll remove Ixizo here because Leech Life is just better. Basically the same base power, but Leech Life is better. Okay, we can take the double edge here over Metal Claw. And yeah, this is always Poly, and this is always straight up Waterfall because it sees a kill. So what is really cool about that now is that we are pre-step with Paddy. Paddy will beat this in a 1 vs 1. Now there is the small risk. We are pre-slapped, so Marvel Scale is already active. We will get 0 damage from this waterfall. And we will switch to my Paddy. So, getting no damage. We are pre-slapped, so we will not activate the Flame Mob now. We will Toxic. This is faster than us. This is really important as well, in my opinion. I mean, it's not that important. But it would be bad if this would be Ice Punch straight up now. Because then it's bad that we are pre-stepped. So if I don't think we can be faster. You need to be, I think, Timid Jolly, max speed. Then you can be faster maybe. But yeah. Actually, we are only 5 points lower because we are pretty fast. But yeah, we will Toxic. Now the small risk here. There's the first bulk up. Something what we was expecting. Now we will activate the Flame Mob, so the Marvel Scale is still active. And the only thing we will do now is press Roost, nothing else. And after double bulk up, it is technically possible, this is really good. We like to see that. After double bulk up, it is technically... So it's really fiction that Paddy dies. After double bulk up, it is possible that we die to a triple back-to-back crit here. But it is fucking fiction. Because it needs to first of all bulk up again now here. We are seeing that we are getting no damage with Paddy here. Like, this is nothing. Paddy is tanking it like a boss. And we will just press Roost, nothing else here. Pretty simple. And it's just going for Ice Punch here. It's really cool. It's not going for the next bulk up. It's a 50-50, I think. I would believe. Bulk up, Ice Punch is a 50-50, you know, right now. So there's the next Ice Punch. That's really good. We're getting 30 damage from Ice Punch here right now. So this is nothing. Paddy is tanking it like a boss. That's, I think, the small bad part about Marvel Scale in Gen 4. Or like before, I think Gen 7 it was, where actually Burn got nerfed. Because you get way less damage in Gen 7, I think, from Burn. What is huge. We are getting 0 damage, man. But yeah, that was a small risk. And it didn't even use the second bulk up here. So yeah, this is easy now. Okay, so we react to full HP. We didn't got crit anyways, but yeah, it wouldn't matter if this is not a triple back-to-back crit. After double bulk up, by the way. It needs to also get the second bulk up. Okay, this is always Electivire now. We need this Electivire for the line. And Electivire will obviously always only use Thunderbolt here. This is an overkill, even with Marvel Scale. It's a special move anyways. So we will always switch to... Now we need to keep track of the HP from Electivire. This is really important. We will switch to Ray-Bay on this guaranteed Thunderbolt. And the AI is calcing without life orb, so this is really important here. That's why we need to be pre-damage. Highest roll with level 40 on my Ray-Bay is actually a 98 with EQ. So this can't cross-chop here. This needs to exactly always EQ. And with that, we are not getting no damage with my Crobat, what is really important. We are Mold Breakers, so we can always Volt Switch here, because we need to chip this down for the line. We will Volt Switch here. Because we can. This is Motor Drive. And this is, like I said, a guaranteed EQ. Nothing else. There you fucking go. And this is always a Thunderbolt again. So we will go U-turn here. And we need to chip this down to 41%. We need to be careful that we are not killing this on a crit. 41% is the number what we need. Volt Switch again. This is not dying to a crit here. Perfect. Bloodsucker. Yep. U-turn. Okay. This is now getting in range that my Volt Switch could get dangerous. So we will not Volt Switch this time. This is 40% already. Let's check it out. After the U-turn, it's for sure in range. Yeah. After the U-turn, it is actually below 40%. It needs to be below 40%. Slightly. Because 40% is what we need, basically. So we will not Volt Switch here. We'll just hard switch to Bloodsucker. On the guaranteed EQ again. There you fucking go. And now we U-turn. This is enough. Let's check that before we press the button. Yeah, this is enough. And this time we will switch to Sisus now. Get the Motor Drive boost. Outspeed this Electivire and kill this with Waterfall. Get the level up. Getting Aqua Tail. Thankfully, I didn't thought about that, but it's fine. We will just remove Freak attack here. We have Waterfall and Aqua Tail right now here, and there's a Blaziken. And the good part about Blaziken here is this is so riskless. This is so fucking riskless. Thunder Punch is the highest damaging move. The AI already knows my Motor Drive, so every other single damaging move here right now is on -1 score. So this Blaziken needs to exactly Sword Dance here. And what we can do is just Aqua Tail. And don't need to worry about random move reversal. This needs to exactly Sword Dance here. There you fucking go. Now, Blaziken is actually faster after the speed race. But we have Aqua Jet. And the last Pokemon is Dugtrio. And we are faster than Dugtrio. We would kill this with Aqua Jet now, by the way. But because we are faster, we just Aqua Tail. Klabushki this Dugtrio. Sisus gets 3 frags against Chuckity Chuck. Okay. So yeah, by the way, just explaining what happens if Paddy dies. The line stays like that. What is really important. So the only chance was that Paddy can die, actually. What is really unlikely, but it can happen. We go to Raichu. We go to Raichu, basically, and finish this poly off. With Volt Switch. Go to Crobat, and then we have, again, the line with Electivire. And then we have the line against again with Electivire and Crobat and Raichu, basically. Yeah. Alright, Deathless Chuck, Chuckity Chuck. That's really cool, of course. Yeah, having only 2 deaths, obviously, at this point is pretty cool. Yeah. Let's see. Jasmine Split. Thank you for watching. And see you guys in the next boss fight.